Recording in progress.
Good evening, welcome to Monday's Freestyle Fitness. We'll have you up on your feet. Well, you can stand if you want to stay down, you can, that's up to you. We're going to start standing position in our mountain, so hands to the front, hands here, wherever you find that you want. I'm going to have mine here. If you can, close your eyes, but if you can't, don't worry, keep them open or look towards the bottom floor. You're going to count that breath on the way out. And we're going to do the same thing we were doing last week. We're going to let our thoughts come if they want to, but just seeing how that thought makes you feel. Joyous, angry, happy, sad. Doesn't matter. It's just about noticing. We're going to start to move our head. Breathing out to drop it down and into lift. And bring it back to center and to the side. And bringing it back. Let's forward, backward bend. And twist it. Bring it to the side, the center. Let's twist to the side. Don't forget to change the hands, working from the shoulders. And bringing it down. Take it down. Start with the right finger. Breathing out. Breathing in. Last one. Taking it just into them hips, forwards and backwards. And then we're going to go side to side. Then we're going to go into a circle. And then we're going to take it the opposite way. And bring it back in. So we're going to take it into a half. Oh, sorry, you're taking it down into a chair. And then up onto the toes. Chair, breathing out, breathing in. That's one. And bring it down. So with the legs in line with the hips, we're taking it up and down. Breathing in. We're going all the way down to the floor. Breathing out on the way down, in on the way up. Last one. Bring it up. Step the feet apart. Feet facing forward. Let's take it into ricochet. Sorry, we're going to go. Sorry, bring your feet together again. Keeping the feet together, let's take it down. And we're going to do a twist. So lift it up to the air. And back down. And to the other side. And down. Lift. 3 more. Bend the knees if you want to. Now we're going to step our legs apart. Feet facing forward, wrist shape, right to left to right, pulling. Here we go. Breathing out. Breathe in. Then you're breathing out. The other side. Breathe in. Then you're breathing out, pulling through the legs. Breathe in to lift. Last one. And then bring the feet together. Lovely. So let me just lower this down a little. We're going to go into our sun salutation. Remember, we do forward jumping. Well, I'm probably going to step tonight. Ice skating hurt my knee. So my knee doesn't feel very well since I've done the ice skating today. So I'm not going to jump. I'm going to step back quite quickly. I'm going to change the position of the camera so that you can see my feet rather than my upper arms. You know what I'm doing with my upper arms. Just go for your upper arms. So, bringing yourself to the front of the mat. Bring yourself. Making sure the legs are okay. Pulling the pelvic floor, the abdominals. The hands come to prayer, the chin tucks back. Think about what you want. We're going to breathe in, lift up and reach back. As we breathe out, we're going into that forward bend. We're placing our hands down, we're coming up onto our tiptoes, looking forward. Take it back to plank. Grip the floor, bend the arms, lift to cobra. Tuck the toes, back to down dog. Oh, it's still so nice on my leg. Bend the knees into bear. You can jump or step in and lift up. Let's do 3 more. Here we go. after this one, we're going to stay in down dog. So we're staying here in down dog. Walk it out. You can always go down onto your hands and knees if you find that down dog isn't very relaxing. I don't like it, it's too much on my arm. Then you can always come out of it and go onto your knees. Otherwise, you just stay here, stretch them legs, enjoy this lovely stretch. So, we're going to get ourselves ready to move into our flow, which we're going to do 4 times. That's 4 times, 4 sets I should say. So we're going to start with our right foot. We're lifting it up. We're bringing it through the hands. We're dropping the back leg down. We're lifting, pushing into the front, lifting our arms into a warrior 1. We can drop the arms and we're twisting the body. We're pushing into the front, we're pulling through the back into a warrior 2. We're reaching forward, taking the arm over by the head wherever we can, bending into that front knee, twisting up towards the ceiling into a side angle. We open the arms away, we straighten that knee. We can have the hand on the floor or on the leg or on a block, it doesn't matter. We're stretching the arm towards the ceiling into triangle, again trying to reach back, we don't want to roll down. We're bending the knee and we're pushing, dropping the hand to the back, taking it into a reversing warrior. We're coming and twisting on that back leg, pushing the hands back, stepping up into an aeroplane. From here we bend the front knee, step back to down dog. The left leg is then lifted. We step it, drop. We can breathe in as we're lifting. As we drop the arms, we might find we want to breathe out and we can turn and we can reach back on that breath out. We breathe in and as we breathe out, we're reaching over. We might breathe in and as we breathe out, we straighten the knees. We're breathing in as we're reaching back. And we're going to breathe out an aeroplane. We're going to step back and then drop down and breathe in cobra. And breathe out back. So, that was 1 set. Now, I'm going to shut up and you're going to do it in your own speed. It's up to you. Do it slowly, do it fast, do it whatever you want. Slow, fast, mix it up, doesn't matter. If you get anything, doesn't matter. It's all made up. Here we go. And when you're ready, drop down to child. Lovely. I got to watch that one a bit this time. I stopped halfway through and just watched you. It was really good. So, we're finishing today with handstands. So we're going to do some get ready for handstand. Remember, you will never have to do handstand if you don't want to. But there's always the practice you can do before handstand to help. So we're going to start with our fingers and our hands. We're going to warm up our wrists. We're going to do that thing where we push down with our fingers and push down with our hands. Then you're moving the weight over the hands and you're just rocking side to side. I'll do it that way. You're just rocking side to side. But imagine ripping up the floor. Try to move them elbows forward. So you don't want them bending out to the side. You want them always to be bending backwards. Then you might want to go forwards and backwards on the hands. You might want to go round in a circle. And then we'll take it the other way. So we're going to keep one hand forward and we're going to turn one hand back. Then from our shoulders, we're going to kind of go into that cat and cow, but we're working more into the shoulders. We want to push up and down, opening and closing the shoulder blades. Then we're going to bring it to neutral and we're going to bring our shoulders up towards our ears and roll them back. Up to our ears and roll them back. Now because of the position that we're in, it might feel really weird. But the muscle that you're feeling is the muscle that does a lot of the lifting in handstand. So we're going to bring that hand back to centre. We're going to turn the other hand in. So again, we're still pushing. We're again up and down with the shoulders. And then to neutral, shoulders to the ears, rolling them back. And then we're going to bring them back, sit ourselves back, give our hands a little rub, give our wrists a little rub, give them a little shake. So we're going to do our upside down handstand. So you will need a wall or somewhere like that. So I'm going to move these and I'm going to change the position of my camera. So you need a wall. You're going to place your foot up the wall. So one foot you're going to place up the wall. Now if you haven't got a wall, you could always use a chair. Turn the chair the other way around. You could always put your foot up a chair and have your foot on the chair if you find getting your leg up, if you want to try and get it as high up your hip as possible. Now if it's up the wall, you're trying to push your foot against the wall, so really pushing it in. Now with your arms, you're taking your arms up and then your shoulder blades, you're trying to pull back. So we were just going backwards and forwards with the shoulders. You're trying to pull the shoulders back. You're rolling the hands round and you're pushing your hands up towards the ceiling. So you're pushing in and pushing up. And then take it down. Let's try the other leg. So pushing the leg up, hands come up, shoulders roll back and down, hands push up. And bring it down, and bring it down. Now, you could always stay in that position and think, I don't want to do any more. I'll stick with that and getting yourself used to that, because it's the same position. You're pulling all the muscles in, the stomach muscles, the abdominals. You're getting your leg ready and your arms are pushing up. But because you're pushing with your hands, you're helping to kind of work them hands at the same time. So we're going to take it, I'm going to drop it again. We're going to do donkey kicks in down dog. Okay? Now, again, you just see what you can do. If you've got blood pressure problems, then going upside down may not be great. So stick with that, because even raising your arms will raise your blood pressure. So I'm going to swap the camera again. So now with donkey kicks, we're bringing our hands to the floor and we're lifting 2 feet up towards our bum. Now you can do little jumps if you want. It doesn't matter. It's up to you how high you go. So donkey kicks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring yourself. Lovely. Lovely. Perfect. So, with donkey kicks, we start to lift our legs and getting our body weight on our arms. So, but we noticed if you could do that, you should have noticed that you didn't collapse on the floor, which means you're strong enough to do the next one, which is a backwards handstand. So we're going backwards up the wall. So I'm going to lift the thing a bit higher. Now with this one, you start off at the wall with your feet against the wall. So you'll be coming up. Remember, watch it before you go, otherwise you're the wrong way around. You can't see what I'm doing. You're again ripping up the floor. You're pushing up to down dog. You're going to bring your legs up the wall. So you're having yourself upside down probably for about 5 breaths, whatever you want, and then step down. Now, you may find that you want to just lift one leg and put it back down. So have a go at that. Going up the wall, just holding yourself backwards before we do the next one. And again, remember, if you don't like it, go back to the one before, stay there. Just do a couple more of those. As you notice with this one, we kind of go through it quite quickly. Lovely. So just holding yourself there for as long as you can, couple of breaths, about 5 breaths. Lovely. Perfect. Now it is scary. It is scary, very, very scary. Yeah. And so, like I said, you may want to just stay there. Every time we do any of these, it's all a step. So I'm moving through the steps quite quickly. I'm going up the next step, the next step, the next step. But you find the step that is yours and you stay there. You don't go any further. So the next step is the same thing, but we're going to work our stomach muscles and we're going to pull one leg into our stomach and then step back. So again, let me show you first. Hopefully you can see this backwards. So, you're coming up. You're pulling your knee into your chest and back up, as if you're walking on the wall. Just pulling up and down, pulling it into your stomach, pulling it back down. Now I did 10. But you don't have to. You can do as many or as little as you want, or none at all. So you're trying to pull, squeeze your knee in towards your chest, as if you're doing a runner. So you're kind of in this position and you're pulling the leg in. Lovely. Perfect. Lovely. Good. So, we're going to again work a little bit stronger, so work into them shoulders. And this time we're going to do a shoulder tap. So again, if you feel you want to, you could always just stay in down dog and do the shoulder tap. But what we're going to do is shoulder tap from a down dog upside down. So again, we're lifting up, we're taking it up, we're pushing into an L shape so that we're pushing back, and we're seeing if we can lift the hands off the floor. We might not be able to get it up to our shoulder. And then bringing it down, relax it out. So don't worry if it won't go all the way to the shoulder. I could do it for the first 3. And then it got to my arm. That's it, I'm going to get all the way up. But again, it's starting to work them shoulders, work them hands. So that when we start turning round and trying it the other way, hopefully our bodies, our upper bodies now feel a little bit stronger to get into it. So I'm going to flip it, the camera, and also, well, no, in fact, I'll stay there. You should be able to see my legs and see my hands. My feet just go up the wall. So with the hands, you're just reaching your hands up and you're stepping back. So let me do it the other way around. wherever your feet and your hands were here, when you turn the other way round, that's where your hands are. So from here, you're lifting one leg and you're bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Doesn't matter if you don't go anywhere near the wall. It's just, again, giving you that thing to bounce, bounce, bounce. Make sure you're by the wall, just in case your body decides to go a little bit higher. Even if you think, there's no way I'm going up, you never know. But don't try and take the other leg. So, Andrew, don't let the other leg go up in the air. It's just one leg, that's it, that's it. Now you may have to try the other leg, because sometimes we've got one bouncy leg and one stingy leg, and you just got to try it out and see which one feels the nicest. Good. So now, bring it down, have a rest. I'm going to lift the camera again. Now that other leg, so this is my straight leg, and this is my bouncy leg. My straight leg is the leg that goes to the wall. My bouncy leg doesn't go to the wall. Only when the straight leg is at the wall, then I can bring it towards it. But until that time, it stays down. It doesn't come up. So I'll kind of show you what I mean. So there's my bouncy leg. So only when it's back, this leg always stays here. That way, if I need to, it's always ready to bring me back down. It's always the last thing to go up, is that bouncing leg. It's always your anchor. It'll bring you down, and only when you're safe at the wall can you then bring it up. And it's also the first leg that you bring down when you're coming out of it. So don't let that anchor leg, don't let it bounce up. It just bounces. Let that leg at the top always be your lead. I know it's scary, it's scary. Now sometimes it's easier to flip into it. I'll let you do one more. Okay, bring yourself back down. Now that was doing it with your hands on the floor. Sometimes it's easier to flip. So doing it from stingy. So you do it from a standing position, know where your hands are, reaching your hands up like you're a gymnast, coming down and flinging, lifting back up, taking it down and flinging. But you see that leg never moves. That's my anchor leg. My bouncy leg always goes up. That one stays down. I don't let it go anywhere. It's always the bouncing. The other leg leads over, but it never comes down. Do you want to have another go? No, don't blame you. Stay there. So, we're going to just bring ourselves down. So again, I'm going to drop this down, and we're going to rest out our arms and our shoulders. So if we bring ourselves onto our belly, we're going to bring ourselves up into Sphinx. Bring your neck up and out of your shoulders. Push down into the top of your feet so your knees are lifted. Slide your elbows back. Lift your chin in the air and bring it round and have a look down the side. So looking over your shoulder. But you're lifting the chin up in the air as you're going over, and you're bringing it over the other side. Hopefully you'll feel this in your stomach muscles. We're going over to the other side. And then bring it to centre. Tuck the chin all the way down. Let it drop down. Take the hands out to the side. You're going to lift your head up. You're going to have one hand close to your shoulders, elbow up in the air. The other hand is stretching out. So I'm going to move over slightly. So your hand is stretching out, the other hand is here. Now the hand that's up and palm flat down, you're going to turn your head to look towards that side. That leg is going to lift up in the air and you're going to reach the leg over and you'll feel that stretch through the shoulder. And then roll it back. So we're going to swap. We're going to bring that hand in. We're going to take that hand out, palm flat down. I'm going this way now. We're going to turn the head to look in the opposite direction. We're going to use that leg to pull out, bring it over. Hold it here. And bring it back. Lift yourself back to a Sphinx pose. Now we're going to shoestring arms. So we're turning the palms over so the palms are facing up. We're sliding one under and one under the other way. And we're letting the head drop down. This again, you should feel into the shoulders, the backs of the arms, the back of the shoulders this time. And then lift the head, slide the elbows out. So the elbow at the top, the hand at the top, you're going to take that and bring it behind. Slide the arms out, let the head drop. Palms up, lower body relax. You should feel the stretch through the bottom shoulder. And again, lifting the head, pull the elbows in, turn them out, turn the palms over, slide them back, lift up, toes together, knees apart, push the bum down. So you're using them hands to push down and you should feel the lat muscle through the back working at the same time. So use that push. You're not just lying there, you're pushing with them fingers. and then release. So we're taking ourselves down. Remember to wrap yourself up. Lie yourself down, similar to what we were doing last week. I'm going to start you off counting your breath. I'm going to talk. I'm going to get you to visualize and think about things. Make sure that you're nice and warm, because you will get cold halfway through. So this is a meditation practice, peace on earth. The strife and conflict dominate world headlines. And if you feel overwhelmed or saddened by the current state of world affairs, this is a great one. So television and the internet provide you with 24-hour instantaneous news. But often that news is about violence, war and conflicts of all kinds. It is easy to feel overwhelmed, hopeless and powerless, or to bury your feelings only to have them manifest in sleepless nights or other stress-related problems. Try this meditation when you are aware that conflicts are causing you stress, whether in your personal life or halfway around the world. So think about a particular conflict that affects you. Try not to take sides. Try not to favour one warring group over another. Try to acknowledge that both the aggressor and those transgressed upon are suffering. Generate the desire for all beings involved to heal their anger and pain. Include yourself in this if you wish. Visualize a sacred being and imagine a cooling and healing light emanating from that being to you, filling your body and calming any anger or fear you may have. Feel that warmth radiating through every muscle, every nerve. Feel the warming light of your divine filling you with an immaculate, a beautiful, healing beam of light. And then from your heart, send out light to those at war. Visualize that they have ended their conflict and are beginning to live in peace. to meditate in this way for as long as you feel comfortable.